And I'm Julie.
We're two mamas who love inspiring healthy living.
After facing family health challenges and seeing how natural solutions transformed our lives,
we are determined to help other mamas thrive, not just survive. What if feeling awesome every day is possible for you and your family?
Come along with us on our natural journey.
Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Julie.
Welcome to our podcast, Helping Mamas Thrive.
Yay! Episode 18.
Can you believe it? 18 is good luck in Judaism.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I don't know what's happening to my hair. I feel like it looks square, like I'm a Lego. And you know that Lego hair that goes on that?
The Lego hair.
Right? Does it look like that?
No, I think it might look a little like page. What do they call that cut? The page.
Oh, I don't know.
But I think it's cute.
Okay, thank you.
Mine's getting too long and I need a haircut, but I can't get into my hairdresser, so I'm like, somebody in my house might have to cut my hair.
Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
if
right?
you're listening,
I always
sorry.
forget. Yeah, just think Lego hair and then think extra long, like it tangled.
You know what? We can take a picture and I'll post it. And then
that's a great idea.
There we go.
We could have done that later, but we're going to do that now. While we're thinking of it, we're going to do it right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The title of this Good Luck podcast is Homeschool Moms, 5 Things You Need to Know.
Awesome. I'm a homeschool mom, so I want to know.
Right. I called Julie and said, this is the topic we should do today.
And I loved it. I was like, yeah.
I'm not a homeschool mom. So if you're listening to this and you're not a homeschool mom, these are still applicable.
Oh, 100%.
Any mom.
Yeah, because those little people eventually come home and you got to like manage some stuff.
Do homework and all that stuff. Yeah. So let's hop into it.
All right.
So did we say 5 things you need to know?
Mm-hmm.
Should they be in order?
Order of importance?
Yeah. I don't know. We didn't talk
I don't know. Can
No.
you really prioritize?
No,
I don't
let's
know.
just start.
You take what you want. And to us, they're all important and things that will make a huge difference.
Yes.
So,
all right. So we're back. Julie edited this, but what part are you going to edit till?
I don't even know.
Okay. She may edit this out. I have no idea. But what I was going to say was, okay, we're finally doing this right. We are saying the episode name. We're welcoming people. There are a lot of steps, people. And maybe I should just write a template, and that would make so much sense.
Oh, yeah.
But we're always kind of winging it, and we never say all the things we need to say. And then today, the microphone.
Yep.
The bane of our existence.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
It's okay. So anyway, we didn't, you know what? We're trying to make it work.
Yep.
We fit things in. We're not perfect. Our hair's not perfect. My lipstick looks pretty good.
I know, I was going to say. I like that shade.
Yeah.
What are you using now?
The crunchy.
Oh, yeah, crunchy. So Young Living used to have the makeup, and now they don't. And we're all very sad. So we have to find reputable companies that don't have any of the junk in them, and it's not an easy process. But
it's not easy, but I met this lady who sold crunchy.
Yeah.
At one of the conferences we went to. So I do like it. It's like a lip pencil.
I really like that. I need to get going on that.
Yeah, I like it. And also I bought the sunscreen from them for Ella.
Really?
Like I like the Young Living mineral sunscreen, but you know our teens, how they feel about that. And so Ella, she wouldn't use that. So I bought her the crunchy one. It's more like makeup sunscreen.
Right.
She loves it.
Really? Okay, good. That might be good for my teens too.
It comes in a pump.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, it's very hard, especially for sunscreen, to find non-toxic ones.
Yes, with the what is it? Why can't I think? Nano.
Oh, yeah. No nanoparticles, because we don't know what they do yet to our bodies. We're not sure.
But here's a tip. If it says reef safe, you know it's minus some chemicals.
That's true.
So that's one tip. But mineral ones are good, and I really do like the Young Living one. And there are recipes and ways to make it more liquefied. I need to do that.
Right.
So anyway, let's go back. Hopefully you don't edit this whole thing.
Squirrel.
People like us for that. All right. So number 1, things you need to know: diffuse.
Yay!
And Julie, this person right here,
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus. She forgets to diffuse. Mm-hmm. She's a homeschooler, and she was having some challenges the other day, and I'm like, "Did you diffuse anything?" She's like, "Oh, that would have been a good idea." So you're not alone.
I don't think of it. It's terrible. I think I have my diffuser in different places, and I just don't, like, if it's not right in front of me.
But what is our tip? To put it there.
Right. Put it there. Even some people might load it like the night before or something. They might do some, crazy setup things. Like, I love how my dad, after all these years, he will still put out his breakfast in the morning, and he will put out his bowl and his utensils and his glass, and he'll put cereal in the bowl. Like, no joke. Cereal's already in the bowl. And my kids, when we were home the last time, they saw the routine. They were like, "Wait, he leaves his food out all night?" It's so funny. But we need to do that. We need to have these things prepped and ready to go. Some people, it's like their running shoes or whatever, having their shoes like right there, or having your journal with the day planned, open, and it's like staring at you. Like,
I like to do that sometimes with breakfast, because I like to eat eggs and vegetables, and sometimes I don't have all the time to cut the veggies.
Yes.
So I cut the veggies the night before. You can even scramble the eggs the night before. I don't like to warm them up, but meaning like crack them and use a fork so they're ready.
So they're ready.
And then you can just pour everything into the frying pan.
That's really nice. Are we going to talk about those hacks later on? It's when
we're talking about food.
Ooh,
spoiler alert. Oh, back to the diffuser.
Yes.
So you want to have a diffuser where you're doing the studying and the teaching.
Yes.
And you can do it the night before. But there's a lot of great oils that can help. It's peppermint, which is Julie and I always fight over the statistic.
But we know officially it's 28.
20. Is it? I read it.
You did.
I know. If you watched our last podcast or listened to it,
glimpse into Robin's notebook, it was there.
Yeah.
Written.
Yep.
28.
28.
Right? You have to go back.
I think you're right. No, I think it was 28.
Better be right.
It was 28% improved focus from using peppermint. Improved test score. Recall. Yeah. I think I need some peppermint.
Now that we got the recall down, got the percentage down, we have to remember what the percentage is about. But diffusing is really good. She's put peppermint in her mouth, it's very strong, right?
It's strong. I think I got 2 drops on my tongue.
Oh, my word. Better on your tongue than in your eye.
Correct.
So diffusing is one of those things, super easy. All you do is, and hopefully you have a Young Living diffuser, because there is a difference. The Young Living diffusers have a special technology. It does allow the molecules to be in the air for the maximum amount of time.
Also, it uses medical grade plastic.
Yes, which is super important.
Because the citrus oils will degrade the regular plastic.
Right. And for those
I thought you were going to show them. All you do is you put water in the base.
This is the little...
Oopsies.
What is this one called?
The Haven.
The Haven.
You put water and some drops in there, and you're good to go. And the thing I love about diffusing is if you have people who may not be open to other methods of using oils, if you, as the mama or the boss of the space, put it on, they can't fight you.
Right.
You just put it on. Just diffuse it. And make it part of your routine. So, like, let's say... I know there's a lot of homeschoolers and unschoolers, so depending if you do have a routine and you wake up and you're going to go do some work from 9 to 10, go in there as part of the routine, put the diffuser on. Or if you're doing unschooling, depending on what your activity is, you could do the same thing.
Absolutely. It's all about establishing routines. And we do that with our kids, too. We want routines for them. It makes them feel safe and makes them, if they know what to expect, it's so much easier. Your day runs easier. So routines are really good.
Yeah, so if you're having issues with focus, there's oils that can support that. If you have attitude issues, like going back to school, maybe not wanting to sit, there's the oils that can support that. If you're doing like an activity that's taking a long time, there's so many oils that can support whatever your individual family needs. Right? So please message us if you need suggestions. Like peppermint, we said, is focus.
Can I have some peppermint? I'm feeling hot.
Yes, I am warm in here. I have another oil that you can diffuse, but I'm going to talk about it when we talk about the next thing that's important.
I'm putting peppermint on the back of my neck, and it's like a cooling system. It is so awesome. It's so funny in Florida. Like, Florida right now, if you're listening to this episode, it is August in Florida, and we're having a massive heat thing happening. I don't know what's going on. I never remember it being this bad.
It's like an oven.
It's like an oven. So yesterday I put peppermint on my neck, and I was sweat. There was so much sweat, and then it was like super intense, but then it made my body like so much cooler.
So just FYI, if you're sweating and you put peppermint essential oil on, it will become more intense because it's water, and water drives oil in. So if you take a shower and you put oil on your neck and you have long hair, it's going to feel intense. So you could drink more water if you wanted to, like you could dilute it. There's a lot of things you could do to make it less intense. But just be cognizant of that, especially with the kiddos, because some of them don't like that sensation.
Yes.
Julie liked it, but when I was at the Maccabee Games last week and it was so hot and I was giving people peppermint.
Robin's kind of an oil pusher.
I am an oil pusher. I embrace that because I care, and it was really cute because Jonathan asked me for peppermint. He said, "I'm so hot. Can I have peppermint?" So I go up to the fence. I go up to the fence and give him the peppermint for him to put on. And then people he was with, I'm like, "Do you guys want peppermint?" They're like, "Yeah." So they got peppermint. And then I just wanted to give it to everybody. But
And this is Young Living Peppermint. If you just happen to pick up our podcast, we are not talking about the Walmart peppermint or any other kind. This is a pure therapeutic essential oil that has no junk in it. So just being clear. Want to make sure people
Good point. I mean, it's important to use oils that are sourced appropriately, have the right therapeutic value. Sometimes we hear people say that they had a reaction from something, and it can be from different things. One is fillers in there, different chemicals. Sometimes if you use a Young Living oil and you get like a red spot or something, it could be chemicals that you have on your skin combined. Like the oil is going to go in your cell and try to do its work. And so if you have a lot of chemicals in your body, it could turn red. Like, it's doing its job.
You're detoxing.
So just FYI on that. But that's why if you're new, I like the start slowly method.
And we always have, every month we have a Solving Everyday Issues class. And so if you're like, I am kind of curious about these oils, I've never really had them before, plug in to one of our classes.
Absolutely. And we invite everybody to our classes. So even if you already oil or you use a different brand and you need to learn more about it, please come. Right? All right. So diffusing. So why diffusing? Why is it so important? It's going through your olfactory to the back of your brain where your emotional balance is. Smelling, it should not be underrated.
It is amazing.
It is the best. Aaron always says this. Gary Young, when asked if you could only do one method of oiling, what would you do? And he said smelling.
Wow, that's awesome.
Smelling is super important. And think about also, if you're smelling it, like what's happening in your body physiologically. Right?
So true. And also, even the molecules that are coming down are going through our skin. They are so small, they actually penetrate our skin. So, it's that way too.
Right, and so another tip, if somebody else is bringing your kid home from something and you think the kids might be cranky, you get that diffuser going. I do this all the time. I have the diffuser ready. I have peace and calming in there, or something citrus, or joy, or whatever. And that way when they come in, they're smelling the goodness.
Yes.
Right.
It's
so
amazing.
We like the proactive approach of oiling.
Yes.
I know.
Usually it takes, 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
For if you would put it on your skin topically, but inhalation is like fast, like 3 seconds. It's hitting your heart, liver, and thyroid in 3 seconds, and that's huge.
Right.
And they're probably coming from, if they're going to school outside of your home, more than likely there's some strange chemicals, smells, and weird things happening. Yep.
You can diffuse in your car too. So a lot of people, when they pick up their kids, they're hungry, they're cranky. All these numbers, I want to say other things for.
Yes, I know.
It's so hard to keep them separate.
Keep that one, because I know you're going to talk about bringing the snacks.
Yes, I am.
With you.
Ooh, she knows me so well. She knows me so well.
It's brilliant. Okay, so keep it.
Okay, but the other, you can diffuse. And so you can also put it on your hair if you don't have a car diffuser, or you can put it on your car vents. And that way when they're coming in, they're smelling that goodness, that happiness, if you want to use citrus. Or whatever your kids,
Citrus oils are the happy oils, and with the teens, that's one of my teens' favorite ones is the citrus. It really does help them a lot.
Right. All right, so let's just go into number 2.
Okay.
It was so hard to not talk about rolling.
Yeah.
The oil. So we're big rollers, and in fact, I love to keep roller balls on my Young Living oils.
I love it.
Everybody makes fun of me.
Yes.
But I'm all about ease of use, okay? So you can, when you have Young Living oils, you can just buy roller balls that go on the bottles, and you just do this.
Yep.
Julie likes, this is Brain Power. This is a super good
so
oil.
Good. I love Brain Power.
Brain Power is a really good oil.
Yeah. They're so easy to apply, and a lot of times with kids, or even working with small kids, you can roll it right on their feet. It's just so user-friendly, and it's fast, because kids don't have a lot of patience for drops, and they don't want to, a lot of times they don't want to put anything on their hands. They can just put it right on their feet or in a place.
Yep. And so Brain Power, well, you could put on the VitaFlex point on their toe, because that will go to the brain in 2 minutes.
Love that.
But Brain Power has sandalwood, cedarwood, frankincense, melissa, blue cypress, lavender, and hill chrysanthemum. Lots of amazing oils in there. So that's a good one to try. I usually tell people to try Simply. So I like to use vetiver. That's a very earthy plant. And you can go watch is it in the first podcast, our stories of how we started to oil. Vetiver was my entry oil, but it's also calming.
Yeah.
It cleans that confusion out of that cell.
Right. I love it.
And Julie's getting texts, that's why she's squinting there. And then, there's other good ones. Do you use other ones for focus?
Yeah, you mentioned Clarity, right?
Nope.
Clarity,
I have that. And also, Genius is good.
Oh, that's so good. That's one of our
spells kind of weird.
Yeah.
Geneywus.
I think so.
Like Genius.
Yeah.
Here's Clarity.
And it smells so good. It smells so clean, and I love that.
Oh,
one.
Helen, you might like this if you're listening to it. She likes the clean ones.
Oh.
So anyway, rolling, when you put it on your body, it's going to go into your bloodstream in about 20 minutes. It's great to smell it and roll it. What I do in my car is I just hand it to the kids to roll it on there.
I love it.
I like to be proactive, so you're like, picking up the kids, rolling things on.
Yeah.
If you don't have a roller, you can put it on your hand and give them a hug.
That's right. Trickery.
We love the trickery. We love it. And if you're a homeschool mom, again, you can put it as part of your routine. So you can, when you wake up in the morning, when you have like breakfast, maybe just have a roller that you put on the kids after they eat, or when they wake up, or whatever part is your routine. Right?
I love it. And sometimes the teens like their own roller. Like, we have kids in my family that have their own rollers, and even my pets have their own roller balls. So
yeah,
it's super convenient to just make them on really fast.
It's making it part of the routine is really important.
Yeah.
If you do have oils, you can have them pick. That's another awesome thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get them involved in it.
Yep.
If you're homeschooling, you can make it a lesson.
Oh,
There's so much chemistry in essential oils.
Yes.
I mean, Julie has the book. It's like this thick.
Yes.
But I've learned so much chemistry because of Young Living.
Yep. It's on my
It would be
bedside table.
It would be an amazing lesson.
So good.
I mean, if you want to talk about spectrometers and all kinds of stuff, then that is for you, right?
That's right.
All right. So number 3
Okay.
is snacks.
You're the queen at this. When I first started making the transition to eating healthy, and that my kids were a lot younger, we always had a cooler in our car. I always took the cooler with me. So when you go to pick up your kids, or Jonathan mostly, you pick up Bella too, and then you will pack their favorite things to snack on.
Well, so it's evolved through the years because the thing is that even when we try to stay away from processed food, our kids are always going to gravitate toward it because it's chemical and our brains crave it when you give it to them.
Right.
There's like this whole thing about it.
Yeah.
So my idea is they're so hungry when they get in the car, they're going to eat anything that you bring.
That's so true.
For most part.
Right.
So I love to bring cucumber. Cucumber's popular in my house, but I like to bring a protein and a vegetable. And then when they get home, if they're still hungry, they can have something processed, like a cracker or something. But why give that to them?
Yeah.
Why give them anything that
That's right.
doesn't nourish their body?
Exactly.
Right? So, and Jonathan's so funny because he'll be like, Mommy has fancy snacks. Like yesterday he had a steak salad. I usually just let whatever protein I eat for lunch, I just save extra.
Yeah.
And that's what I give.
That's so great. And you give them what their body needs, and it will tide them over, and they don't have to be starving. I swear that is with my teens. That is when they are the grumpiest. Like when they are hungry. Mm-hmm. And me too. I mean, when I get hungry, I do get kind of grumpy.
I mean, the whole hangry thing. But that really, if you have blood sugar issues, like we really should not be hangry. Yeah. Like we should really work on that.
Exactly.
But the whole thing that brought this up was you had a great idea about having snacks ready. So for homeschooling, having snacks ready in the fridge.
Yes.
So you like the protein balls, right?
Yep. We make these protein balls. There's 10 billion recipes on Pinterest and everywhere. But basically trying to get the protein, there's a lot of nut butters that you can use. And then doctor it up with omegas, put flax in there, put some chia seeds in there. So you can help them with hydration and everything else. Like you can stuff so many things in these protein balls, and you put them in the freezer, and then they just go in and grab them out.
I make one with even if your kids are going to be sensitive about the seeds, even if you just use some butter and like a vanilla protein something.
Yeah.
And then I put a little bit of honey in it and more vanilla, and freeze it.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievably
it's so delicious.
It's like cookie dough.
Yeah.
Tastes so good.
Yeah, and it's so good for them, and they love that. It does require some prep time. So during those times, especially as homeschoolers, we'll be at the table, and I'll just be talking about things. So I'll pour all the ingredients in, and then you kind of have to work it, and you have to do it with your hands, because when you're working with butters, some butter, whatever it might be, nut butters, you need to kind of work it, and put it in there. So you're just sitting there at the table and talking about whatever and making your balls. So
that's so funny. We've never talked about this. I never work it. And
really?
Nope.
Do you put it in your processor?
Nope. So I never work it. I use my awesome Pampered Chef scraper. It's like my favorite utensil.
You've talked about the scraper before on something.
And I try to teach. There's your mom. Julie's mom always calls us when we're recording. Anywho, I probably have, because I teach even Jonathan, like, the scraper is the best way to get every morsel out of a bowl.
Yeah.
Like, even when we're making eggs, you get, or mayonnaise, like, get every single thing. When you're buying organic and spending all this money,
that's very true.
I want every morsel.
Yeah, that is very true.
I want every single morsel. Anyway,
agree.
So I work it with my scraper.
Your scraper.
And then I have my Pampered Chef cookie silver thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a scooper.
Yeah.
Like a small ice cream scooper thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 3 sizes. And then you just go scoop boop, scoop boop. That's it.
Scoop boop. And you have to make that sound too. Scoop boop.
Yeah. But then you don't have to wash your hands. Because you didn't work it the way
I don't know. I mean, but your sun butter is a little more lucrative than peanut butter.
Yeah, probably.
So
it's gooey.
You might have, it depends on how hard you want to work. But the key is to just get a whole bunch of stuff in there, and putting a protein powder in there is like a must. And then you
not with chemicals though. Please vet your vet. I like to use Young Living has one, but I also used a standard process one.
Oh, okay.
Because I want it.
Yeah.
I want a whole free canister.
Wow.
That's this big, like humongous.
Wow. I use Orgain. That's my kids as my favorite of my kids and everything, and yeah. So there are many different ones, but please read the ingredients, because protein powders, they can stick a whole bunch of junk in there. Like, it's ridiculous. True. And you have to decide, do you want to do the whey? What kind of protein? Pea protein? What kind of protein do you want to do?
Absolutely. So I also like keto balls. So like if you're eating a keto friendly diet, that's kind of fun too.
Oh yeah.
Those are fun.
Thousands of recipes. So make sure you have those on board. Snacks going to school. What are some other vegetables cut?
Yes, I like to have cucumbers or peppers cut. Or what I love to do for my teen is I roast vegetables. And then I just leave them on the stove, on the counter. And then the grazing begins. The grazing just happens with broccoli or mushrooms or whatever I roast.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant.
Because you can't keep teen boys full.
That is totally true.
They just eat till, like, the cows come home.
Uh-huh. Yes. Another really great trick is having a muffin tin. So this is like something I learned like 10 years ago. This mama wanted to get her bunch of kids to eat. And so kids do like things, even when they get older, cut in certain shapes, or it just makes it more fun. But the muffin tin, I would literally walk around to the different rooms where my kids were, and I'd be like, here's a muffin tin. You have to eat 2, things. And I'm not leaving till you take these. And it would be in the muffin tin. They thought it was really fun. So you can actually put food in different.
Yeah, you can put ranch in there if you want to get some veggies. Just, you can be creative, make it fun, make it available. I remember, because I have that rule about eating 6 vegetables and fruit, or 10.
Oh, yes.
Before sugar. And I remember other people doing it, but they don't give the kids opportunities to actually eat the vegetables.
Yeah.
And when they're younger, they're not going to cut broccoli or do anything like that. But you can make broccoli fries.
Yeah.
You can make string beans. You could do all kinds of fun things with the vegetables. And keep trying. Just have them available.
Exactly.
Model it for your kids. Let them see it. And they need those nutrients. Their brains need that nourishment. They don't need the Cheez-Its and all the processed food that they're getting all the time.
Yeah.
Well, my kid, I don't buy that, but I know that a lot of kids do, because I see people buying it at Target. Right?
Exactly.
Just try. Try.
Just keep trying. And it, like you said, a huge part of that is modeling. So if you are not having these behaviors and these routines, then it's going to be really hard for them. They're not going to seek it out at all.
I mean, I always bring cucumber with me.
Oh, yeah.
Every conference.
Yep.
I always have my little cucumber.
And the question I ask every time my kids sit down and they have like a mountain of, whatever it might be, meat and like potatoes or something, and they'll sit down and be like, where's your vegetable? Like, how can you possibly be sitting down, all that's fine, but where is your vegetable? And so they'll be like, oh my gosh. So sometimes you do just have to remind them.
In my mind, and there's a lot of different theories about health, I mean, half my plate needs to be vegetables.
I love that.
So if I don't have a half a plate of vegetables, I mean, I personally really like food. And it's been a very big evolution for me where I'm eating now. So that means that the carb and the meat are the other half. And now I've increased my protein just because, well, first of all, it helps you stay full.
It does.
I really love eating protein for breakfast. That's, and you know, experiment with your kids. Like, I know a lot of people are scared of avocado, but both of my kids will eat it.
I love that. It's such a good omega.
Our kids need fats, and so they need good fats, especially in that prepubescent years and they need more fats.
Yes.
And we have a lot of classes about that, I feel like. But anyway, protein, very important.
Awesome.
All right. Number 3, where do you want to go? Movement. Want to talk about it?
Oh, yeah. Part of the reason why a lot of people homeschool is because they have kids that need to be active and they're not willing to have their kids take certain things, so they remain sitting in a desk and, you know, stationary the whole entire day. So that is a luxury that us homeschoolers have. We can really tend to the needs of the child if they need to be active, or if they learn best, you know, standing up or walking around or doing something, you know, while they're trying to memorize something. So I love that about homeschooling specifically. But movement, the only way that our brain works really well is if our body is moving. Like we were meant to move. We were meant to move.
I mean, I'm trying this new thing where I need to move every day. So I started writing it in my calendar.
I love it.
Because we all need to move more, really.
Yes.
We really do. So if you're homeschooling, just take a break. Like after one subject, get everybody up and do jumping jacks. Like when Julie and I went to a conference, in between the seminars, I would go up and down the stairs.
Yes. Yes.
Just because our bodies need to move.
Or when we walked back from the thing and you had the backpack and you would be like
doing some triceps.
Yep. All different things. I mean, we have from the beginning of society where the hunters and gatherers and people were always moving. They had to go search for their food. They had to, you know, build their homes. They had to do whatever was necessary to just survive the day. And now everything is given to us. We really don't have to do anything.
And gaming, like the popularity with phones and electronics makes it worse. And so I would do the same thing I did with food as a reinforcer. So hey, let's do some exercise, and then you can use your phone.
Yes.
Like if you're having an issue getting some exercise for your kids. But again, like family time is really neat.
Yep.
Also, moving after eating is really good for your digestion.
It's huge. And a lot of times just going outside. We don't even think about that. But especially for our kids, I have a couple that could remain inside all day. And sometimes they joke that when I go take the dog for a walk that I'm really walking one of my kids, because I'm like, we are going for a walk. But even having them touch the ground, kids are not touching the ground anymore. They're not taking their shoes off, running through the grass. Mostly because a lot of times our grass has chemicals and toxins in it. So a lot of people don't want to be, you know, standing in the grass.
Blame them.
It is kind of scary, so you do have to be careful about that. But we need to be moving, grounding, all that good stuff. Oh, and a lot of cross body stuff too. If you don't have a lot of time, you know, trying to ignite the brain and engage it, you can always do cross body. There's a name for that. I don't know.
Something
There's
lateral.
a technical name. I don't know.
Cross lateral.
Yeah, something. So all kinds of things.
Yeah. All right, so number 4 is... Oh. This is number 5. Oh, no, it's not. It's number 4. Water and drinks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, people, we are the gatekeepers of our home. I would say most moms are the gatekeepers of their homes. I don't know how kids that don't drive end up getting all kinds of crazy drinks inside of their home. Like,
well, they do have money once they go to middle school. Not the homeschoolers, but
right,
the middle schoolers have access.
Oh yeah, they do. But the homeschoolers, I don't know how this stuff happens. So in our house, when we started eating healthy and everything, we just didn't. In order to eliminate a lot of the sugar, it comes in the form of drinks, these crazy drinks, and so we just don't do that.
No
water.
Energy drinks. No, everybody thinks that the electrolyte drinks are good for us. And yes, I know it's hot in Florida.
Yeah.
But there are so many chemicals in those sports drinks.
Right. And
It's
the sugars are
horrifying.
ridiculous. Even your dentist will be like, if you got to do something, don't even try and do those sports drinks. Like, they're bad for your teeth.
There are electrolyte mixes. Young Living has one. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of them on the market. Just, again, read the ingredients. You could put Celtic salt in your water. There's all kinds of different ways to help your electrolytes.
Right.
And we like to drink Ninja Red. I mean, you wouldn't drink that as a drink, like an 8-ounce drink. Mm-hmm. And that if you're watching YouTube and saw me drinking this whole thing, it actually is only 2 ounces of Ninja Red with some water and some lime and some sulfurzyme. And we call that the red drink.
Yep. We should do a cheers. Clink.
Good idea. Get your kids into a routine of that too. Like, I give my kids their Ninja before they leave for school. They can't leave. I don't let them have it before they leave. Mm-hmm. So homeschool moms, whatever activity you have or whatever study you are, just have them drink it.
Right.
It's so good for their brain.
Yeah. And
Ninja's
it's like 2 ounces. It's like, Ninja Red is like the best. It's absolutely amazing.
And you can make it fun. Like, there's these shot glasses.
Yep.
You can have a contest who can drink it faster.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There are so many, I would say, fun ways to get them to drink more wholesome, good things.
For water, I would you could add lemon to it or lime. Like, my son likes lemon or lime in his water.
We're talking about essential oil, lemon, or lime.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
But you could buy fun water bottles.
Yep.
And put a positive. Remember, we were talking. Put a positive word on the water bottle. You could have them pick out water bottles. You could have a water drinking contest. Like, each day, we should be drinking half our body weight in ounces of water. So if a kid is 100 pounds, he should be drinking 50 ounces of water.
Mm-hmm. And we have to have that for our brain. Our bodies are, 70% water? Or,
Something like that.
It's insane. In order to feed our brain and our body and our cells, we need water. Your famous saying is, you want grapes, not raisins, right?
Yeah. So think of your cells.
That's the goal.
Right, because how can we expect our kids to think if their cells are raisins? Think of a raisin versus a grape and how hydrated that looks, right? So you got to think of ways to get them in. And, a lot of people, their kids are on the SAD diet, and they are like, well, my kid has these issues, or he gets sick a lot, or he does this or that. Yeah, because he has no nutrition in him. His cells, we can't expect our kids to thrive without nutrition. Yeah. It all comes from what we eat.
Yep, exactly. 100%.
So that's a soapbox, I guess.
Yep.
All right, and then the last one, number 5. No, that was the last one.
So confused.
I guess we should have checked them off. We did diffusing, we did rollers, we did movement, we did snacks, and we did water and drink.
We did all 5.
We did all 5.
Did we went out of order? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We always have to, we're a little
Mother Nature.
TV.
It's just, okay.
We're just that way. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We just are. It's okay.
So
those
are 5 ways.
Yes.
We hope that gave you a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And I'm sure moms that are not homeschooling have those, got some good information.
Yeah.
Please like and share this.
Yes, if you have a fellow mama that needs this information, please share this podcast with them, this episode, and And follow our podcast. If you're not following our podcast now and you've been listening to these, you need to do that.
Yeah. So have a great day and a great year.
Thanks.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. And if you want to support our show, give us a 5-star rating.
To learn more about our practice, visit athelivingtree.com.